What's going on, folks? Hope you guys are all doing well. Of course, you're watching me live right now on May the 11th at 6:35 Central Time. I know it says 6:45, but it just gives people time to come in here. So with that being said, if you are watching this on May the 12th, jump ahead to 5 minutes. Okay? I'm not going to start it till 5 minutes in. So jump ahead to the 5-minute mark. I'm just letting you know that. This is allowing everybody to come in here and kind of get themselves settled in, like gathering into an auditorium or something like that of the sort. So I noticed there are some of you guys in here that's been alerted. I see we got Madre de Por Vida in here. We got Mama Carol in here. Always a pleasure, sis. We got Pablo Johnson in the house. We got Binary B. Where's everybody else tuning in from? My most unsubscribed subscriber, K. Michael. How you doing, sir? Hopefully you're doing good. Izzy is in the house. Izzy Smalls is in the house. I'm just letting this play to kind of let people out, you know, it allows people to get in here. You got Vicky Washburn in the house. Washburn. PowerPoint is in the house. Marlis is from Washington State. Whew. Paco is in the house. Wait a minute. Paco, do I know you? Evio Don is in the house. Lady in Germs, he said. Pennsylvania, super happy fun. Nokia. Robbie is in the house. One of my angels, Red, is in the house. Moderator, Janet Wren is in the house. Robert is in the house. Corey's in the house. Kelly is in the house from Florida. Mark Hill is in the house. Herm Carr. Zeno is in the house. Zeno Blevins, Big Z. Sebastian, Florida. So I'm good. Yeah, rub it in, Michael. Rub it in. See Me is in the house. Paco again. DJ Jackson is in the house. Paco said always misses your live. Well, you got it right now. Maria's in the house. Fostus is in the house. Watching from the Philippines. Oh, all right. Well, in this case, to the lady that was doing this with Donald Trump, the moderator, I would say to her, Sila ang ulo mo. St. Louis checking in. That was once my home. Kind of still is because I do a lot of, anyway. William Lynn is in the house. Mark Robinson from California. Hey. Fran DiMatteo. Davio's in the house. Robbie. My guy, longtime subscriber and OG Deadwood is in the house. Appreciate you being here, sir. Kelly Buskirk. I love when you say my name. Oh my God. What in the world? Staten Island's in the house. Taco. Oh, STL checking in again. I forgot about that, Miss Unconventional. Alchemy is in the house. Rick Halstead from down under, from Aussie Line. All right, so I got to stick to my guns, folks. We're just going to continue to let y'all kind of gather in here. We're going to let YouTube push out all the notifications like it should be, because I told the people that might be watching this tomorrow that they need to jump ahead to the 5-minute mark. So as you see, people are still jumping in here and gathering in and all that good stuff, which I really do appreciate you guys all being in here. Oh, we got some more people popping in. Deadwood says, yes, good to see you. Hello, is me looking for? Oh, it's me you're looking for. Oh my God. Okay, Lionel. Sonia's in the house. New subscriber to your channel says Randy Shrum. Hey, I tried to click on Randy Shroom. Montana is in the house. Bradley Treholt. Appreciate the subscription, sir. Really do appreciate that. Don't forget to hit that like button while you guys are in here, folks. Appreciate it if y'all did that. And I am going to be reading off some of the names, even though they didn't probably want me to, but I'm going to give up the names to people that donated on Cash App. I do appreciate that. Is it needed? No. Is it appreciated? Absolutely. CNN can't win against Trump with intellect, so they went with petty hostility. Oh, of course. Tyrone Church is in the house. Copper Diablo is in the house. Robert Ben is in the house. Antonio from Kentucky is in the house. Lawrence Rietano is in the house. Didi Bach. How are you, sis? Hope you're doing well. Please subscribe if you haven't and hit the like button. It's really interesting, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to turn this music down a little bit. It might be overpowering my voice. Then again, I don't know. I can't hear it on that side. But y'all, I might do another video. I'm not sure yet. I have crossed the threshold of having 300 subs. Yeah. All of a sudden, I don't know. I guess YouTube is doing their so-called investigative stuff on my channel because it got to a point since I've started my channel, I was averaging 3 to 3,500 subscribers a month. And for the past maybe 8 months, 100 subscribers here, 50 subscribers there, whatever. So anyway, YouTube was going to investigate what was going on my channel. But all of a sudden, I jumped up like 2,500 subscribers last night. I know y'all might say it's a town hall thing, which it very well may be. But at the same time, I'm thinking that the notifications, and a lot of you guys did your homework by going back and making sure that you were subscribed to the channel, because some of you have been unsubscribed from the channel. The video is about the lady on CNN. I sent you your messenger. Okay, I'll check it out, Red. Timothy says, oh my God, I was literally watching your show last night and just subbed 2 minutes ago. Timothy Goodwin, boom, appreciate that. No, we're at the threshold. We were over 300,000, Red. I'll probably show y'all this in a little bit. Let me see if I can let me show you guys. Yeah, there it is right there. If you go on my channel, you can see it says 301,000 subscribers. Yep, and she's my Red is my moderator, and she was unsubbed from the channel. All right, what is going on, good people? If you are watching this video as of May the 12th, you see that I told you to jump ahead to the 5-minute mark, and you are at the 5-minute mark. Congratulations, you were able to fast forward. That way you don't have to complain and say, oh, you never sat around for 5 minutes, just heard music and you talking. How come you didn't get into the Shut up. I told you to jump ahead 5 minutes if you're watching this on May the 12th. So everybody, appreciate you guys all tuning in. Some of you guys came here from last night when I let the whole video play out yesterday with the town hall meeting with Donald Trump and CNN, and it was absolutely amazing. It was brilliant. It was really, really good. Now, what I want to let you guys know is what you should do if you haven't done it. Make sure that you are still subscribed to my channel. YouTube will unsubscribe you from my channel. I'm telling y'all, they do it. Look at this. Unsubscribed recently, went through channel as I retweet. We woke one, still reading channels. Okay, now they go Corey B. I'm sorry, I'm just joking. I had to resubscribe. What the H? I told y'all. They will unsubscribe you from the channel. They will do that. So all of you guys need to double check to make sure that you still are subscribed to my channel. Okay, appreciate if you did that. And when you do subscribe, make sure you hit this bell notification right there. You see the little bell? The bell notification next to the word subscribe. When you hit it, it's going to bring up some other options. It's going to say all notifications, most notifications, or none. If you set it to all notifications, in theory, you're supposed to be notified whenever I do go live. Okay. Just want to let y'all know that. All right. So appreciate that. And then also, like I do with most of it, I'll let you know, hit the like button so the video can be circulated within the YouTube algorithm. Apparently, a lot of you guys have emailed me about the video that I played last night on CNN. People are complaining that they cannot find the video anywhere in its entirety. And that is kind of fishy. It really is kind of fishy. And we know why. You know, CNN can't show video of Donald Trump spanking their bus. They can't do that, you know. So anyway, to you who were here last night when we were completely live, whenever we were showing video of the whole entire town hall meeting, they let it play out, right? They let it play out. When we got towards the end, when everybody was on that panel, they allowed everybody to say their piece, right? Until it got to the black guy. Yeah. Until it got to the black guy. Got to the black guy, and all of a sudden the stream was the stream was just cut short. Yeah. I have it live. I tried to get back into it, showing you guys in real time, and CNN was not letting anybody go on their page and look at that town hall. Not the town. They didn't let you look at the after. Let's call it the after party, when you had the different anchors them up there giving their 2 cents on what they felt, right? So give me a second here. Because Jake Taper, however you say his name, he had a meltdown. He had a huge meltdown. Let me do something here real quick. A lot of them on there. Matter of fact, a lot of people probably just completely underwear got in a bunch. The fact that they even seen Donald Trump back up there. Give me a second here. It was Byron. It was Byron Donalds. That's who it was. They sat there and cut Byron Donalds' portion off while we were doing the live stream. They cut Byron off, and people tried to say, "Oh no, look, I'm going to share the video with you guys because I have it on my channel for now. I might have to make the video private. I have it on my channel where we were streaming, and the minute that Byron started getting ready to go in on them, all of a sudden they cut the dude off, and I will show it to you guys. I'm going to show it.
Energy has to come down.
Matter of fact, I'll bring it up right here. I'm gonna share this with you guys so y'all can see the whole so y'all can see this breakdown. It's gonna look weird to y'all being able to see it like this. See, here's the town hall meeting. We had the whole thing on here, but I want y'all to pay attention to something though. When it got to, where is he at? I don't know.
Connected permanent jewelry at Jack Lewis Jewelers. Book your appointment now and get the bracelet you never take off.
So you see all this, right? This is us doing this. This is in real time. I don't know if you guys can hear this. Hopefully you can. Give me a second.
And his first reaction was to call it genius.
Well,
interject your views on here. Do I get a chance?
Now watch this.
Yeah, you heard him now. He said Putin made the biggest mistake he made was invading Ukraine, right? I mean, so it's not.
Let's hear from Congressman. You're a supporter of the former president.
A couple of things. First of all, town halls are for the voters, not for the press, not for the person who's the moderator. Caitlin spent more time interjecting her own viewpoints or her own views on the situation.
Let's pause right there. Anybody in here? I know some of y'all are on the other side of the tracks. Can we look at this with an unbiased lens, which y'all know I am? I don't care who. Yeah, I got a person I might pick, who person I might go for, but I'm going to look at the actual facts. Facts don't lie. Facts are right there. You cannot tell me that last night, after watching that town hall meeting, that girl was not projecting her own bias. She was not. You could tell she was getting offended. Her body language is uncomfortable. Her facial expressions and all that, uncomfortable. You cannot tell me that's not what was happening. But don't worry, because I'm not going to go through the entire town hall meeting over again. But we are going to be able to go through some of the videos right there. CNN deliberately tried to narrow all this down to just 20 minutes. They got rid of 20 minutes of this whole entire town hall meeting. They only showed certain clips and they put their own context into it to try to steer you a certain type of way. Okay. But I'm getting ready to show you guys in real time what happened last night when they cut off Byron. Okay. Watch this. They cut him off. Watch this. Did I not say that?
Now, are you guys not going to interject your views on here? Do I get?
Look how they're trying to cut him off. Everybody else that got a chance to talk on this panel, they were letting the people speak their piece. But look what they're doing to him.
Time interjecting her own viewpoints or her own views on the situation.
Did I not say that?
Now, hold on? Are you guys not going to interject your views on me, or do I get a chance to
speak?
Oh,
here we go. There we go.
Those were facts.
Stop trying to suppress this black man's voice.
To speak to the voters of New Hampshire, not for this back and forth with media. That's number one. Hold on. That's number one. Number two. With respect to Ukraine, I totally disagree. He did not say he was just going to give over Ukraine the way you intimate, Van. He did not say that. He didn't say what he said. He did not say that he what he said is that he would actually look for a solution to end it quickly. He put 24 hours on it, but let's be very clear. What Joe Biden has done has been a disaster, because initially with Ukraine, Joe Biden wanted to give Vladimir Zelensky a ride out of Dodge. He wanted to give him a plane ride. And it wasn't until people in Moscow, in Ukraine, here in the United States said this invasion is wrong that Joe Biden reversed course.
Do you want a victory in Ukraine? Do you want a victory?
I'm just trying to respond to everything that's been coming up on the table. Last thing, let me say this.
Boom. They sniped him. Look. What? No freaking way. No. No freaking way. See? Got it right there in real time. They sniped that man. Now, I'm saying that y'all, when I say they sniped him, I'm telling y'all, they knew that Byron was about to go in on them and hit them with all these facts and everything. And what did they do? What they do? They cut that feed. They cut that feed. Now, try to go on there right now and try to find it, what Byron did. And you're going to have a hard time finding it. This is what I like about this. If you are going along with the narrative of what they want you to say, they'll let you talk all day long. The minute you are going into opposition, oh my God, first of all, the dude represented way too much for CNN to be handling at that time. And some of y'all can disagree with this. It's it's fine. I'm good with that. You have a very, very, very informative black man completely destroying another black man lie that he was telling, and then he was getting ready to go and address all the other so-called facts that those other anchors up there were claiming that Donald Trump was being fact-checked on. Ladies and gentlemen, understand this. I want y'all to understand something, because YouTube got me a lot with this, and I kept on getting my videos taken down, but my videos will get put right back up. Just because you so-called got fact-checked does not mean that what you were doing was wrong. I'm gonna say this again, because this is how they get away with sleight of words. Just because you were fact-checked does not mean that what you were saying was wrong. Let me give you an example. If you were in your car and the police them have up a checkpoint and they are doing this thing, I don't know, y'all know what I'm talking about. They do this thing where they kind of block the roads off and they're doing these checkpoints. I forget the word for it. Forgive me. Now, just because the police them are doing this check, and then when you get there, they said, "Oh, we're doing our, I forget what they call it. We're doing our blah blah blah." But can we see your license and registration? Da 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 da. And you show it. Now, does that mean that you were doing something wrong? Does that mean that you were driving wrong? Does that mean that you did anything illegal? No, they're just doing the check. So when you get fact checked, it doesn't mean you said nothing wrong. It's just that we all know folks like myself I'm a prime example. And I'm not saying this because y'all think that I'm for Donald Trump. It's just that I was being fact checked on literally pushing out their facts. I fought back against YouTube telling them, how are you going to tell me as a medical professional that the cells in the body, that the mitochondria is not the powerhouse of the cell? What are y'all talking about? Who at YouTube is in the medical field or in biology or anything like that to tell me that this is not right? Oh, we made a mistake. We'll put your video back up. But I was fact checked at first. I'm going to tell you, oh, so I'm buffering. Okay. So here's the thing. You guys just saw in real time that as Byron was getting ready to hand it to them, they cut that man off. They cut him off at the perfect, they cut him off at the perfect time. What? They cut him off at the perfect
Let's be
time.
very clear. What Joe Biden has done has been a disaster because initially with Ukraine, Joe Biden wanted to give Vladimir Zelensky a ride out of Dodge. He wanted to give him a plane ride. And it wasn't until people in Moscow, in Ukraine, here in the United States said this invasion is wrong that Joe Biden reversed course.
Do you want a victory in Ukraine? Do you want a victory in Ukraine?
I'm just trying to respond to everything that's been coming up on the table. Last thing, let me say this.
Look at that. Last thing, let me say this. They cut him off. Right? They cut him off because he started flaming them. And look how they tried. This the thing. Look how they try to just switch the things up on him. He's sitting up there just hitting them with these facts of what actually happened. Do you want victory in Ukraine? What the heck does that have to do with what I'm telling you? That's why I told y'all, should Ty Smith go down that rabbit hole and go down that road and to get into this, not only are you going to find it entertaining, you're going to find somebody being real and actually call somebody on their BS. If I'm up here trying to give an explanation to what I'm trying to bring across as my point, and do you want a victory in Ukraine? Why are you asking me about a victory in Ukraine? You're just trying to detract me from what I'm saying. Like I was saying, da 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 da. Yeah, but do you want a victory? I don't know. No. Like I said, I'm not gonna. You're not gonna get me with that. That's what they're doing because they started panicking because Byron started smashing them with the facts. This whole town meeting was absolutely amazing. Donald Trump did good. Let's keep it real here, folks. I do not care if you are for Joe Biden. I do not care if you are for Donald Trump. All I care about is where you and I live right now, and that's America. And right now, as an American, unless you are part of the wealthy rich, you cannot tell me that we are just doing great. See, because I know in somebody's eyes, according to their world and their neighborhood where they live, their world might seem just completely crazy. But to somebody that's rich or wealthy, the world seems fine to them because they have no worries. They're not being affected by inflation. They're not being affected by housing costs. They're not being affected by cars going up. They're not being affected by not having baby forming. They're not being affected by any of those things. So therefore, in their world, it's okay. Things are not bad. Oh, no, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. But then for a lot of people that's considered to be middle class, lower class, and poverty, this is a disaster. It is a complete disaster. Now, the reporter last night was clearly doing exactly what a whole lot of other so-called journalists do. They were pretty much projecting their own bias into the situation. If you are a journalist, what you should be doing is reading the questions off the card and leaving it as be. You will sit there and say things like, Donald Trump, I'm going to ask you this question. And when Donald Trump started giving his answer to it, you started cutting him off. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I get it with Donald Trump. I know y'all, Donald Trump handled himself really well, but I would be the person up there saying, if I'm answering the question, stop interrupting me. Can you stop interrupting me? How are you going to ask me a question and then you interrupt me while I'm giving? And when I get done giving my answer, then you come back and rebuttal what I just said. Then you come back and try to say something, but don't do it in the midst of me talking. I'll check her. Can you do that? Thank you, ma'am. Well, you're showing. No, I'm not showing hostility. I'm just letting you know that what you are doing, which he did do it. Donald Trump said, you're nasty. You're nasty. You're a very nasty person. Like I was saying before that, the country is what, sir, can you spell? I mean, she was just Donald Trump, how many kids do you have? Well, my children, because we found out that yesterday, I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's what they do. And the whole reason they do that, folks, is to try to throw off your train of thought. They try to derail you because they really are not looking for answers. What they're looking to do is to try to throw you off so it can throw off your demeanor, throw off your attitude, to throw off your thought process. That's what they were doing. Now, I mentioned this now, and I'm going to say this right now as well. CNN pretty much got the best ratings they got in a long time, all because one man was on there. And to be quite frank with you, I'm surprised that Donald Trump even did it. I am. Move right there. Maybe it was a good move right there because it made CNN, he handed it to him. Now, were any points made about what Trump did accomplish? I'm gonna ask that again because I know, like I said, I got people in here that are on both sides of the fence. Why didn't the host of CNN focus on what Donald Trump did accomplish? Why is it that when going into this conversation in this town hall meeting, all of a sudden you want to hit back on this? What else do they got? What else are you trying to do? You went way back to grabbing women by the pee. You went way back to all that again. So now he got to explain himself all over again, like he explained himself in 2016 of something that happened years before that. And he said again, yeah, a lot of people who are rich, and he's telling the truth. Keep it real. A lot of people who are rich, famous, these bimbos, these gold diggers, they will let you do that. He's just telling y'all the truth. Come on, don't act like y'all, oh, this is atrocious. Oh, we didn't know her. Stop. Come on, be real. At least be real about it. Well, no, we never thought that rich people can easily have access to the JJ. We didn't think that rich people would. I know the women are all hanging all on them and everything like that, but we really wouldn't think that the rich people would be doing. Come on, stop the goddamn on lie. And y'all try to make it sound like it's just such an atrocious thing. You really, come on. NBA players, NFL players, NHL players, hockey players. These groupies be all over these people. And yes, they get touched on, they know it. But what kind of person would touch on a type of person that would touch on women like that are the type of women that would let a person touch on them like that. But I can't believe he said that. I can't believe he. Okay, let's move on a little bit. Again, during this whole entire town hall meeting, why wasn't anything brought up about what Donald Trump did accomplish? Oh, because it didn't make him look too good. They went on with the same exact shenanigans they've been going on about. Oh, but you were impeached. He was impeached, but it turned out that he actually beat it twice. What about the what is it? What about them not explaining? Okay, let me give you an example. Were any points made about what Donald Trump accomplished? No, not really. No. Why? Because then all those things that Donald Trump would have named off where our country was, how great we were doing, how gas prices were low, we were killing it, producing our own oil, selling it to the rest of the world. We were killing it. If they named off all those things that Donald Trump accomplished and what he did and where our country was at that time, then they would have to sit there and double down and explain why our country isn't doing good. If you hand a thriving company over to the next CEO and things go down, oh, the last president left us with, stop the BS. Stop the BS, because now you got to explain why our country's where it is right now, and don't even try with the COVID-19 BS. Come on now. People got taken advantage of. Small businesses got taken advantage of during the C-19. They would have to explain why our country is in shambles right now. And by them having to narrow down, they're going to have to do nothing more than point it to a leadership. Donald Trump said, build a wall. Immigration was under control. And better, let me not say completely under control, but it was definitely better control. Okay? Most of you people that listen to me right now had way more money in your pocket. Housing, everything was, we were doing really, employment amongst people that look like me was at a record low. Everybody had jobs. Everybody seemed to have been doing, not everybody, that's a figure of speech. Most Americans, black, white, whatever you want to call it, seem to have been doing very well. They brought up the stuff. Why didn't they bring up all the so-called things that Trump so-called did and then turn around and show it how Trump beat it? That's why it was such a boss move when Donald Trump pulled out that Twitter paper and showed them, no, I said this at this time. Now show me where I had insight. They couldn't do it. He got them. I can't believe they even let the girl even say anything about that. She should have just stayed away from that, because everybody named mama knew that Donald Trump tweet stayed up where he tweeted that day when the so-called worst insurrection in the history. That BS. Come on, get the heck out of here. Anyway, what about the whole thing with the laptop. And oh, Donald Trump is colluding with Russia. Russia collusion. Russia collusion. That turned out to be a lie. Now, I'm going to raise y'all another point right here, too. Some of you guys wrote me. Some of y'all wrote me, got to telling me how Donald Trump, he called a black cop a thug. What, I'm supposed to get upset about that? So wait a minute, let me get this straight. Some of you guys' mindset is very amazing. Donald Trump called us, y'all, I don't even know what y'all talking about, but let's just say I'm going to just take you at face value for what you're telling me. You're saying Donald Trump called a black police officer a thug, and that's supposed to mean that he's racist. But the current president of the United States right now told every last black person in America that they ain't black if they don't know whether they want to vote for him or Donald Trump. Now, compare that to Donald Trump calling, let's compare that to Donald Trump calling that one black man a thug. But Donald Trump didn't say that that black man is not black, did he? But your current president right now, our current president right now, looked right in the camera at all of us and told every last one of you Negroes, every last one of you black, idiot, black, yes, I'm saying it. I want you to think about that. He looked right in that camera and told every last one of you blackity, black Negro. He told every last one of you descendants of the slaves. He told every last one of you, we built this country. He told every last one of you, we were kings. We were queen. He told every last one of you, we were I'm not going to say that word. We were sexually assaulted. He told every last one of you, they made us sit in the back of the bus. He told every last one of you, we had to drink at different water fountains. He told every last one of you, our great leaders got deleted like Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. He told every last one of you, we shall overcome. He told every last one of your blackity black descendants with blackness all on your skin, with blackness flowing through your blood. He told every last one of y'all that you are not black because you don't know if you want to vote for him or Trump, but you're going to call Trump a racist because he called a black man a thug. Well, no, that's different because when Biden said it, he couldn't have. Dude, get the heck out of here. Come on, man. Let's at least be real about it now. At least be real about it. Now, although I look at a whole lot of statements that people say, and I'm like, man, that petty stuff is not. Joe Biden saying that right there, God, man. And what did black people do? Y'all did exactly what has been encoded in a lot of you since they've been having black folks on plantations. Oh, well, you know, you use right, Joe Biden. Use right, sir. We should knows better, Joe Biden. We definitely should knows better because you know you gives us phones. You know you was with the black man yourself too. You gives us phone, Mr. Biden. You gives us extra food stamps. You give us extra stimulus. You give us better Section 8, master. You do us just right. You have every right to call every last one of us lowly Negroes, not black. We's bees, whatever you say, we bees, Master Joe Biden. Therefore, we're going to make sure we get behind all the policies that's against us and keep us down and keep us downtrodden and disenfranchised. We're going to keep on voting for those same policies to keep us down. We knows what to do with ourselves if we get true freedom from the plantation, Master Joe Biden. That's why we got to stay with the Democrats. We must stay with your master because if your dues keeps us, we don't care about trying to do things for ourselves. We won't choose to give to us. But guess what? But sir, if you would please, Master Joe Biden, can you at least try to find the deeps within your heart to try to give us the reparations that you talks about? Because you know, my mama's. You know, she was a hard working woman, Master Joe Biden, and she did things for us, and her mama, hers do things for us too. And we just would love if you just give us a little bit of rest, little bits of the reparations, Master Joe Biden, so we can feel good about ourselves. Because Master Joe Biden, without you and your other white people of America, we blacks don't know what to do with ourselves. We blacks don't know what to do. We need y'all's validation so we can feel like we fit right in with the rest of the white folks here in America, Mr. Joe Biden. So if you could please, I don't mind you telling me that I's not black. You right, I's not black, Joe Biden. I's not knows what I is. I need you, a white man, that tells me I knows what I is. I need you to say, can you say it for me again? Yes, sir, master. I definitely not black. I not knows what I is. I just don't know. But I bees whatever you wants me to bees. I do's whatever you wants me to do. You want me to sign right here. You want me to vote right here. Yes, sir. That's right. I don't mind living in the ghetto, long as you keep on providing me with the food stamps, the Section 8, the cell phone, the bus brochures, the library card. You keep providing me with all that, master, and I keep on keeping you right on in there. I don't want to do nothing for myself. I don't know. But you know what? I can't do nothing without you, massa. I can't. Although my ancestors say, they tells us that we built this country, that we invented all kinds of things, but we just can't do nothing without you. We need your validation, Massa Joe Biden. Yes, we need your validation. Oh, I know it ticked a lot of people off. I know it ticked a lot of y'all off, but that's pretty much the gist of it. That's pretty much the gist of it. They, in such a brilliant way, an evil genius, intellectual way, got a lot of y'all that look like me on that mental plantation. And no matter what truth I show you or what truth I tell you, it does not matter, because you like the free-ish you're getting. You like the attention that you are getting, having no idea that you are getting ready to be more of a minority than you've ever been in history. Yeah, black people. You think that you think it's by accident they're allowing these other brown people to flood into the country? Nobody gonna need you blacks no more. They're not gonna need your vote. They're not gonna need your vote, black people. Because guess what? The same exact game they're playing on black people, they're going to play it on these brown people that's coming into the country too. If you sit there and you keep on giving free things, oh, come into our country, we'll take care of you. Do you have any idea of what they're not showing you up in Chicago, where we are from right now? They will not even allow a school to open up. They tried to have an after-school program. They tried to have a center there, a community center. They would not let these black people do it, but then yet these illegals come into our country and they give it to them. Huh? I told y'all before. They, based off their actions, I don't care who it is, this current leadership of our country does not care about you as Americans. And black people, if you already thought that that this country is against you as it is, even though it's a lot, even if you the fact that you think that you are oppressed, you think it's about to get better. You think it's about to get better. I tried to tell y'all how they're going to pimp you. Got y'all all excited. Boy, y'all. Woo. Everybody in here, don't forget to hit the like button if you don't mind. Hit the like button for me real quick. It's free to do that. It's free to hit that like button. Get those likes up so this video can be circulated within the YouTube algorithm. But this is what's about to happen. This is what is about to happen, folks. Folks about to get real upset. You want to know why? Guess what was on the table during voting and all that? Guess what was on the table during the presidential election of 2020? Guess what was on the table? Reparations. They got a lot of these Negroes all hyped up on reparations and all this stuff. That folks, oh, we getting to where, oh boy, look at that, 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 look at that. We making some moves now. Look what California is doing. Ooh, California about to give us our reparations. Oh yeah, oh my Lord, look, oh my God, I'm crying right now because we finally about to get somewhere. We finally about to get somewhere. They doing reparation. They talking about it. Oh my God, look what they about to do for us. We finally about to. Newsom play y'all. That's what you really thought that they were just about to hand. You really thought that they were getting ready to hand you Negroes this reparations. They got y'all hyped up just like a bunch of the church pastors do to y'all. Some of y'all y'all were writing me. You're wrong about this. The Lord showed me wait. Where y'all at now? All of y'all that were doing all this, the Lord showed you and God told you, and it's coming true. And I'm going to be wrong. You're going to be laughing in my face when you get your check. Where y'all at? I told y'all that they are going to play y'all. You guys are easing. It's kind of sad. And I said this before and I say it again. It might sound wrong, but Republicans, if you want to get some black people on y'all side, y'all need to look at the Democratic playbook. Make some twerking videos and stuff, get some rappers, promise some stuff that you're not going to give them, because for some odd reason, black folks seem to always go for that. They seem to always go. You can sit there and tell them that this shiny hook is there to save you. You're a fish, but that shiny hook with that bait on it, it's to save you. But then you got people in there. Look, I don't know if you know this. You got other fish in the pond or other fish in the sea that's telling you, hey, all I know is that when somebody bite on to that shiny silver thing, they don't come back. We belong in the water. That little thing came from outside the water. Now, why would you go and bite on that? Why would you go and do that? But that's what they're getting black people with all day long. Put something shiny in your face. Make it look good. Make it look good. Make it look shiny. And what do black people keep on doing? Y'all keep on going and taking the bait. You just keep taking the bait. You take the bait and then they yank you out, and now you're a victim. This ain't right. We can't get nowhere. We just, and I know already. I can see y'all. I see the emails coming in. It does not matter. I have it right there for you. There you go. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Got it for you right there. Call me what you want to. I'm not on the plantation. Call me what you want to. I'm not on the plantation. I'm not stupid. I'm telling you, you should be insulted. You should be insulted that they feel they can so easily pimp y'all into really thinking that Donald Trump is a racist. We can show you photos of this dude hanging with the blackity blacks, Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, Donald Trump hanging with rappers. Donald Trump was not a racist until he ran for president, and he actually came and he won. All of a sudden, he's a racist. Joe Biden, out of his own mouth, told you black Negroes, you ain't black if you don't know if you're going to vote for me or Trump. If you don't know whether you want to vote for me or Trump, you ain't black. What? That should be an insult to y'all Negroes' intelligence. I know a lot of black folks are going to get mad at me because I'm saying it, but that's one of the few ways I seem to be able to get your attention, because you don't listen. All you do is get moved with your emotions, and you just keep on doing the same thing. I don't have to tell you what insanity is. Everybody know that whole quote. But I'm going to tell you this right now. No one is going to come to save you. You are going to be the redhead stepchild. You're going to be, no pun intended, but the black sheep, because all these immigrants that's coming in, who's willing to do what you ain't willing to do, And these immigrants that are coming in illegal, when they finally give these people these numbers and give them cards so they can start voting Democrat too, Negroes, you're going to be obsolete. They pretty soon they're just going to tell y'all, look, shut up. That's what they're going to do. They're gonna, look, okay, quit crying about racism, quit crying about, and they don't blacks. They're going to do that, right? They're only doing it to y'all right now because they need us. But the minute they don't need black folks' votes or nothing like that anymore, Negro, please, you're going to be obsolete. Get mad at me all you want. Get mad at me. You really think that Black Lives Matter made a huge change? Huh? You really think that Black Lives Matter and all the protesting that was done in the name of criminals, all that protesting that black people did, you really think from the time of George Floyd, Kyle Rittenhouse, all these different instances they're showing you on these news stations of so-called racism in America, Black Lives Matter got you out there marching, burning, tearing up your own cities at that. Negroes, my fellow black brothers and sisters of the black community, I ask you, has things gotten better for you? Huh? Say what? Huh? Say what? Have things gotten better for you, Negroes? Huh? Huh? Has your life changed? Huh? Where y'all at? Where are you guys at, the ones that were doing all that? Oh, when Biden get in here because he promised. You Negroes, oh my God, it's almost like it's generational. Is it like this because you have Stockholm syndrome? You have sympathy for the devil. You are being completely abused and you're going to make up excuses. The person that is abusing you is the issue. The person that's getting you to believe that America is a racist place, they have you under Stockholm syndrome, plain and simple. Stockholm syndrome is what you got. You're going to make up excuses for your abuser. Well, no, it's not that. It's just that, no, it's not. What's happening to a lot of us is wrong. Now, let's take the color out of it. I'll take the color out of it. Based off the actions of this current administration is showing you proof that Americans, this administration don't give a good goddamn don't care about you. You crying reparations, but then, oh my God, so I'm going to dress up and dance in a sexy video. I'm the president of Ukraine and American, we need your money. And then y'all don't know if y'all noticed, he had the nerve to even say, we probably need your sons to come and fight for us. What? What? Ukraine is not even in the United States. And you're telling me that the United States, who already so-called, oh, we got so much inflation, so much the debt ceiling, and oh, we're going to give these billions of dollars to Ukraine. But guess what they gave to you so-called? Guess what they gave to you so-called blood-born Negroes here in America? Guess what they gave you Negroes? Nothing. Ukraine got billions of dollars, but you Negroes here in America, you sons and daughters of this country, you get nothing. Their actions are showing you they do not care about you. Period. Well, Donald Trump, what did Donald Trump do? Tell me. Go back and do your research and see what Donald Trump did for the black community. Go back. They're not gonna show you guys. They're not gonna put it out there because it's gonna change your whole perspective of what this country is really like. Just like our history. They're not gonna tell you about people like Amistad or Lemuel Haynes or Morant and Moynihan. They're not gonna talk about Hoosier. They're not gonna talk about all these black heroes that was doing things from day one since we came to this country. Oh no, just show all the bad things they did to black people. Don't show all the great things they did with black people. Show all the bad things they did to black people. Don't show the bad things that white people did to white people here in America too. Just only show what white people did to the black people. Don't show what indigenous people did to black people. Only show what white people did to the indigenous people. Don't show that there were Negroes that owned other Negroes. Don't show that. Don't tell that part. Don't tell the part where Negroes also owned other indigenous people here. Don't show that, but only show it through the lens of white men bad. Because we feel that you Negroes here in America are too ignorant and too dumb to go and do your own research and find out the truth. And we can move you emotionally and we can pimp you and we can keep you in the very place you claim you're trying to get out of. Really think they're about to give you some goddamn on reparation money so you can do what with it? Half the folks are not even smart enough to even invest in the right things. Oh no, man, but we just show. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. The first documented black man, the first person to own a slave legally here in these United States was a black man. I bet you they'll now how come they don't do that in Black History Month? Anthony B. Johnson. You know, we do all this accreditation, don't we? This man was the first black person to get on a spaceship. This person was the first black person to drive a car. This young girl was the first black girl to go to a white school. They don't sit there and say Anthony B. Johnson was the first man and black man to legally own a slave in the United States. Ooh, wait a minute. What? Let me digress from all that. CNN did what CNN did. They showed bias through here. They wanted to paint Donald Trump and come with the same exact talking points they had from when Donald Trump was whooping Hillary Clinton's butt left and right. That's what they did. They want to paint him in a bad picture. And the minute, I'll show y'all. I'll show you. Oh, he's gonna divide the country. He's gonna tear the country apart. He's gonna do all these bad things. Oh.
Even though I don't know what kind of grounds for appeal they really have, given the fact that they didn't really mount much of a defense, and there is such a record he has of women accusing him of sexual assault and harassment. How does his going?
So, the reason why I want to stop it right here. Notice that they said he has such a record. He has such a record. He has such a record of a long list record of women accusing him of sexual harassment, blah, 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 blah. But then Joe Biden's own granddaughter. Huh? What y'all say? Oh, that's just all. Oh, but then when it comes to Donald Trump, oh, it's all true. Huh? Oh, the Hunter Biden laptop. I know my screen about to get shut down. The Hunter Biden laptop. The Hunter Biden laptop. Oh, that's all made up. We know for a fact that, look, we know for a fact that was Russia collusion trying to, and it turns out that it's true. Can y'all name one so-called, all for the ones that may be in opposition here to look, I have no hate. If you are disagreeing with what I'm saying right now, I have no hate towards you. I don't. This is what makes this whole dialogue of us talking like this great. We can have a differences of opinion. I can still hug you, shake your hand, and go on about my business and live my life. I can do that. Some of y'all don't have the mental capacity to do that. But can y'all name any conspiracy theory that folks like me so-called came up with that didn't come true? I'll wait. Donald Trump said, if Joe Biden becomes president, this country is going to boom, 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 boom. If Joe Biden becomes president, you're going to probably say, oh, honey, we got to give up the SUV. We got to downgrade to a small coupe. He said, you're going to be paying $5 for gas. Did it happen? Yep. He said, if Joe Biden becomes president, he's going to sell America. Did it happen? If Joe Biden becomes president, you're going to see an influx at the border like you've never seen. Did it happen? Yes. Oh, Donald Trump just trying to cause strife and division. It happened, folks. And it's happening. But Donald Trump's wrong. I want to give a shout out to Julian, who sent in a cash app. Really appreciate that. God bless you for that. Pam Branham sent in a cash app. God bless you. I really, really appreciate that. Lakeisha with the cash app of $10 says, keep telling the truth. God bless you. I really appreciate that. Mama Don sent in a Cash App and pretty much said, yeah, let me know when you go on vacation. Really, really appreciate that. Sean sent in the Cash App and said, brother, I appreciate your enthusiasm. I appreciate your truth, and you talk with passion. Really, really glad I found your channel. Appreciate the super chat. God bless you for that. It's right down there. This is a shame. Now, you know who you are. I'm not going to say who you are on here, but who you could, the one that somebody that has my number, you text me and said, what's your Cash App again? It's right there. It's strolling right there. If you send in Cash App, folks, God bless you. It is appreciated. But if you don't send nothing in, I'm not asking for it. But I'm telling you that it is appreciated when you do send something in and show that you showing some type of appreciation. And God bless you for that. I really do mean that from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate you guys doing that. So anyway, I want y'all to I want y'all to see some of the more of this thing, because I didn't know that CNN was completely blocking, or people saying they can't even find it on here.
Going on CNN and calling the woman who was just awarded $5 billion after a jury found him liable for sexual abuse and defamation, calling her a whack job. Does that play into his attempt to get an appeal?
Before I answer your question, let me just be very clear. What we saw tonight was outrageous.
Now, why isn't anybody getting on her like they was doing Donald Trump? Answer the question. Answer the question. No, answer the question. But what she's going to do is take another shot. Here we go.
For sexual abuse and defamation, calling her a whack job. Does that play into his attempt to get an appeal?
Before I answer your question, let me just be very clear. What we saw tonight was outrageous. Absolutely. I'm a very objective person.
No, you're not.
The idea that you would have somebody who is vying to be the head of the executive branch say that the jury pools in the United States of America are not fair, that presumptively we must doubt them because of how they may vote in elections, that you would allude to what kind of a woman, that was his phrase, would engage in similar behavior. The idea of trying to litigate in the court of public opinion what has already been decided in a court of law. It's a phrase called res judicata, which is different than double jeopardy we all are familiar with. The idea you cannot try somebody twice for the same crime. That's in the criminal context. But courts will look at it and say, hold on, is there a common nucleus of facts here that suggests that we've already dealt with this issue? Your comment based on this circumstance, what you've said. It really is up to a judge to figure out whether you can bring charges or bring a lawsuit, again, based on that very notion. It's kind of novel territory in the context of what he's saying tonight. But the idea that he is making that statement, going beyond that today to take credit for the Dobbs decision. Did we all catch that?
Yeah, we're going to get to that in a second.
I did that.
Yeah.
I just have to get this in, because it was a Supreme Court of the United States who are 9 Supreme Court members. We know that they are inherently appointed in a political fashion. But for this president to say that he usurped essentially the role of the Supreme Court doesn't bode well for the credibility of our courts in this world. And let me just say this. I'm sorry to cut you off, because as the lawyer watching this, I have to say, I would be salivating if I were the attorneys for E. Jean Carroll, if I were the prosecutors, if I were Jack Smith, if I were in Georgia, because every single statement will line up in a column against here are the potential claims.
Yeah. Jamie Gengel, what are you hearing?
So, did she actually answer the question?
You have so many Republican sources all over the country. What are you hearing?
People are appalled about what they saw tonight.
Who? The only people that were appalled are people that can't stand the sight of looking at Donald Trump. Now, do Donald Trump do a whole bunch of exaggeration on some things? Who? I told you I'm unbiased. I do not care. I'm going to call it like it is. Donald Trump puffs up a lot of stuff. No matter, y'all, he has this, a lot of us got certain type of things we do, we don't even know it. I have this way of saying and everything when I say stuff sometimes. Donald Trump has this way of saying the same thing twice, but just differently. You know how they say, I went to the store? How can you say it again? To the store I went. Donald Trump does that a lot. He'll say, we have great steaks. Our steaks are great. They're phenomenal. Phenomenal are our steaks because they're great. He does that a lot. He puffs stuff up a lot. Just keep it real. He does. Exaggerate some things, yes. But you are not going to be able to get the full context and the message behind him trying to answer a question when people keep trying to derail him. What I want you guys to pay attention to in here is when you see these people on CNN that do what they're doing right here, they are trying to pretty much project their feelings onto you, the listening audience. I just want to make one thing clear. What we saw tonight was outrageous. I mean, Donald Trump was pleasant. I mean, his body language is typical. No, listen. No, I did that first. I did not know. No, that's not true. That's a lie. That's a lie. No, liar. No. You know, you're very nasty. Nobody ever asked Joe Biden these tough questions. You guys ask him about ice cream. You've asked about ice cream. Nobody asked him those questions. And by the way, nobody's talking about Hunter Biden. They when he's trying to explain himself, they're cutting him off. They're trying to go somewhere else. This lady just got done saying, "Oh, from people were appalled." Nobody was. I mean, like I said, the only ones that were appalled were the people who already having in their mind that Donald Trump can never be a good guy, no matter what. I hate Donald Trump. I hate the way he looked. I hate the way he talked. I hate the way he had that silly smirk on his face. He's a bully. He's mean to women. He body shams. Y'all talk about all the so-called characteristics of Donald Trump that y'all do not like, but y'all do not talk about what Donald Trump has done. If Joe Biden was doing things like that, I will be on here saying Joe Biden. Okay, y'all want me to praise? Okay, y'all want me to praise Joe Biden? Joe Biden is somewhat good at reading the teleprompter. Joe Biden is probably a phenomenal connoisseur of ice cream. Joe Biden has us in one of the worst inflations that we've ever experienced. You might as well say we kind of in a recession. I'm just giving credit where credit is due. Joe Biden is really good at not answering questions. He really can't. Let me stop, y'all. Let me stop. Man, my fellow American brothers and sisters that are listening to me right now, have y'all not seen the videos since Joe Biden has been president with him wandering off, not know what's going on, saying some off the wall? Donald Trump was sitting there just as cool, calm, as collected, just boom, 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 answering the questions. Let's be real. Do the same thing with Joe Biden and they don't want to do that. Why not? Public debates, let's go. Most of you who might be fans of Joe Biden, y'all don't want that. He gonna make Joe Biden look bad. Yeah, Joe Biden just up there being feeble. Y'all don't want that. Y'all, come on, y'all. Don't do that. Y'all don't want that. You guys don't want that. But I'm just being real. Get off of the Stockholm syndrome. Us in America. I'm not saying not me personally. I know. I'm just saying, but I am a part of you guys. We're all Americans, right? As Americans, we are not doing good. I am a director, right? I have employees. If things are going wrong amongst our facilities in those departments, guess who the issue is going to be brought to, and guess who's going to be blamed? Moi. So I'm making sure that all my other clinicians have what they're doing, what they're supposed to be doing. They're up to date with their, with their online training. They're up to date with the latest studies. They're up to date with their CEUs. They're up to date with their CPR. I'm making sure all those things. I'm making sure our finance. I'm making sure that they're doing the right thing they're supposed to do. I'm going around asking the people that they're treating, how is it going? What do you think? Oh, you want to know why? Because I want to make sure that the leadership position that I am, that I'm keeping people okay. I'm keeping people satisfied. I want the constructive criticism. If there's something that we can do better, I want to hear from the people that we are serving. If you are a so-called individual that's in a political position, your job is to serve. the people. Your job is to ask them, what is it that you guys feel that you need? And whatever it is, let's work on getting that done. You, as a political person that's supposed to be a servant, you're not supposed to be in the position to tell the people what you want them to do. That's where they got y'all tricked at. Y'all don't understand what our so-called, see, when you hear the word leader, we shouldn't even call them our leaders. They're supposed to be considered to be our political servants. That they're supposed to be servants. Y'all don't know that? We the people? No, y'all know the whole thing by the people, but they somehow got y'all into this position where, how dare you? If I am a person in a political position, how dare you come at me and tell me what I should do to you, when that's exactly how it's supposed to go. Y'all do know that, right? Your job in those positions is to serve the people. What kind of father would I be if I took care of my neighbors, but I didn't take care of my home? I'm mowing my neighbor's grass. I'm cleaning their gutters. I'm going into their house and making sure that the furnace is running right. I'm going into their house, making sure that the boiler and everything is right. I'm going and making sure I drain it like I'm supposed. I'm making sure that the garage is clean. I'm making sure that the power is right. I'm changing the light bulbs in the house. I'm putting sconce lights in the house. I'm putting new things. I'm making sure that this man's wife is doing okay. I'm making sure his wife has food. I'm making sure all these things in all my neighbors' homes is going well. But then my house is in shambles. What kind of father would I be? What kind of husband would I be? So what I'm saying to you, ladies and gentlemen, what kind of president would you be if all you cared for was the affairs of every other country and their issues and not your own issues? It's very easy. It's very layman. And if you cannot understand that, I do not know what to tell. I don't care if you vote for Trump or if you vote for Joe Biden, but you got to look at it for what it is. One of those two people cared more about this country than the other one. And it's proven based off of the actions. And if you're looking at the actions of the current person who's supposed to be making sure that this country is being taken care of, you make the decision. And if you are saying, well, I think things are fine, I think things are cool, I think we're great here. If you think that, that's because, I hate to break it to you, you have Stockholm syndrome. You have Stockholm syndrome, plain and simple. You can disagree with me all you want to, but most people that got Stockholm syndrome, they will disagree with you. Your eye is black, your lip is busted, you missing a tooth, your rib is cracked, and we sitting there witnessing the abuse that you're taking. But you're making up excuses. Oh no, it wasn't me. Well, I mean, I didn't move the way that I was supposed to. No. You will learn a lot from having children. You will learn a lot from being in a relationship. We're supposed to take care of each other before we take care of anybody else. Plain and simple, folks. When Donald Trump was in office, there was a sense of pride in America. Although racism, but there was a sense of, we held our heads high. We still had a sense of pride that nobody's going to touch America. Nobody's going to boop with us. Nobody's going to play any games with us. Right now, we look weak as heck. We're weak. We're sissified. We're babyfied. We're entitled. Our feelings get hurt easy. We are definitely being emasculated. Well, not we, y'all. Y'all are definitely being emasculated as men. You better not dare show any type of inclination that you got some testosterone. You better not show that you're even masculine. You're not supposed to act like that. Stop. Oh, stop. You being too masculine. Your toxic masculinity. And all because you walked around and carried yourself like this, you hurt my feelings, and my feelings matter. My feelings. On a collective level, they are trying to turn us Americans into some complete wimps. Complete wimps. If this continues to go on for the next 10 years, let's just say 10 years, How can you even look back in history and read about what our forefathers did? It would be like, no, wait, America? Wait a minute, whoa. Time out. Wait. You're telling me that we celebrate the 4th of July because Americans stood their ground and said we want to have a country that's not under the British ruling. You're telling me our forefathers came up with the Declaration of Independence Bill. You telling me all that? You telling me all these? Wait a minute. You telling me all these things happen here in America? But everybody's sissies. Those were real men back then. Oh, those were men of a certain caliber back then. Oh, those men were calculated. Those men were smart. Those men were intelligent. And they weren't all white. I know the history books got y'all tricked, but you do know that the forefathers, all of them were not white. I know. I know. I highly recommend you get this. Shout out to Mr. David Barton and Tim Barton, who have some of the most knowledgeable historical things about this country. They got original documents from these forefathers of ours who got things in here completely full of enriched history that a lot of folks that look just like me were doing, along with you white people together. So now you have to ask the question, why are they keeping these parts out of our history of all the great things that black and white people were doing together since we came over to this country? They make it seem like black folks didn't start doing nothing until like the civil rights movement stuff happened. We were doing stuff. George Washington, one of his right-hand man, was black. Oh, all the forefathers were racist. You believe that god dang on, out of all 50, what is 65 or 56 of them, whatever number, 15 of them had slaves? Oh, well, Benjamin Franklin will sit there and that's what I'm saying. They don't want you to know the history of this. And it's a reason. Because if you end up knowing the truth, like that book says, the truth shall make you free. It said you shall know the truth. That means you have to be the one to go out there and try to get it. Because if you don't, you're going to fall for and believe anything your abuser would tell you. Smack you around, put you in your place. That's not how you act, Negro. Smack you around, put you in your place. That's not how you white. That's not how you act, white trailer park trash. Smack you around. That's not how you act, black ghetto person. Smack you around. That's not how you act, redneck backwood person. You go and find out your real history about how this country was founded and who all fought for it. You will find out that we were united from the get-go, no matter what they tell y'all. But the only way to be able to make it seem like they're giving you guys a savior complex is to cause division. So they can be the ones saying that we're going to say they caused the division and then give the solution. So your government so-called, no. It's the reason why we have the Constitution and everything. It's there to make sure that the government doesn't overstep their boundaries. And that's why they're trying to come for the GUN. I know what I'm talking about. It's plain and simple right there. And let me give y'all something right here. If y'all don't remember anything else I say for the rest of this night, understand this. If there are people, and I know there's some more super chats that came through. I'm sorry, some more cash apps that came through. Let me tell y'all this. If you are a married individual, that means you guys have a unity. It says, what God has put together, let no man put asunder, right? Right? And I'm saying, as a country that was supposed to be founded on Christianity, if you go and look at, man, my God, look at the history, y'all. Before they did the Declaration of Independence, before they did the Constitution, everything, these forefathers of ours, black and white, they fasted and prayed. Did you know that a lot of the biblical stuff was in a lot of their writings? Oh, they took that out, though. Anyway, my point is saying all that is when I told you with a marriage, they say what God has put together, let no man put asunder. I would say, as far as this country go, what God has put together, let no one put asunder. So here's the deal. If you are married, that is a representation of unity. If anybody tries to come and get your wife, what would that cause? You would say they're trying to cause division. Follow me. If you are married and there is a woman who's trying to come and get your husband, you will say, this woman is trying to get my husband. She's trying to cause division. What I'm telling you guys, there is a reason why we have that brilliant name called the United States of America. The reason this stuff is happening, because you guys are saying it. They are trying to what? I want y'all to think about this, because it's going to give you a whole different perspective. They're trying to do what? Divide us, which means we are united. Did y'all catch that? It's happening because we are united. So let's try to cause some type of issue to cause this United States to be divided. Y'all, you have to understand what I'm getting at. We're united, but all these things are happening to try to divide us. We're not divided. I know it may seem that way. Don't fall for what you're seeing in media. Don't fall for what you're seeing on mainstream media. Don't fall for what you're seeing in social media. Look what goes out there in your real world. In the real world, they want to put this lens over your eyes and make y'all think that this stuff is everywhere, but it's not. It's not. It's not. It's a few places, yeah, but it's not. If stuff really hits the fan, you guys gonna see, in the end, we remain united. Let them try to come and actually take over America. I'm telling y'all, I have no doubt in my mind that should they try to come and overstep their boundaries, and what our Constitution, which is the longest Constitution that's been running in the whole wide world, perfect, you're going to see a change. You're going to find out who the real straight blood born prideful patriotism, and you're going to find out who the real Americans are. Just like right now, you finding out who the real preachers are, allowing all this crazy mess up in their churches and all that. No, you find out right now. Y'all, this stuff is happening to show you who are real Americans and who are not. That's it. If you are accepting this crazy Marxist ideology, this crazy transgender ideology, I'm just being real. This crazy, if you are accepting all those crazy ideologies, if you are really accepting the idea, if you are really buying into the delusion of some people that got some mental illnesses, I'm sorry. I'm just calling it like it is. Because you don't know who you are. If you knew who you are as an American, if you knew what your rights were and what your rights are as American, you wouldn't be so easily swayed by a lot of this illegal stuff they're trying to do through the guise of, we're just trying to keep everybody safe. BS. BS. Don't you want security? I have my own. I'm packing my own. I don't need your security. I don't need the government to come and save me from no criminals. The whole purpose of taking away your protection is to allow the criminals to continue to terrorize y'all. Because once the criminal terrorize out you law-abiding citizens, then the government gonna take care of the criminals, and they're just gonna be left with the upper tier class of people. Call it conspiracy all you want to. It's easy if you just take a look at it and see what they're doing. It's easy. That's why they do not want Donald Trump to run again. Let's pull up everything we can on Donald Trump. Let's come at Donald Trump again. Let's bring up old stuff again. Grab him by the pee. Oh, you just got convicted. Oh, Donald Trump's getting ready. Come on now. And each time he's beating it. No, he did not, because he got to pay out $5 million. He's appealing it. We just gonna if it look, y'all, look, come on now. Let's be real. If it happened, it happened. Donald Trump said, the woman is a whack job. Listen. I've never seen the woman in my life. I've never seen this woman in my life. Now, out of his mouth, he said that. But at the same time, you're like, well, how did the jury? I mean, I guess that's going to be a conspiracy within itself. How did the jury kind of find you guilty? Like, what evidence were presented? I don't know. I'm just telling you, I don't know. So I'm not going to give a judgment on it yet, because I do not. Well, no, he's going to appeal it. I do not know. He said, well, the judge there, he is what did he say? He was like, the judge is a Clinton appointed judge. I don't know all that. He could just be making that up. I do not know. All I know is as of right now, they saying he has to pay out $5 million. No, he didn't assault the woman, but something happened. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. But all I'm telling you is they're coming at him really, really hard. When they come at Donald Trump hard, the whole world gets to hear it and see it. When a lot of people who have other channels bring up Joe Biden and Hunter Biden stuff, mainstream media is not going to bring that to you, the listening audience, attention. And you need to ask yourself, why? Why? I cannot wait till this theme starts to pick up. And I want to see live open debate. I would like to see live opening town hall questionnaires with Joe Biden with some tough questions, not any dumb questions like, "Oh, with the war in Ukraine, are you going to continue to support them, Joe Biden, if they do that?" Ask him the same exact tough questions. Come at him the same way. You give him the same exact type of body language, heart's intent. Give Joe Biden the same exact thing that you do Donald Trump. Then we can say it's fair, it's even. But y'all know there's a good chance that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen at all. Folks, I appreciate you guys all being in here, rocking it out with me, talking. I appreciate all your comments out here on the side chat right here. I know a whole lot of things have been said. I hope that throughout this whole process, you guys were able to get something out of this. Again, I appreciate, let me see. I said I was going to do it. For the ones that sent the donation in through the Cash App right there. Let's see here. Thomas sent in a Cash App. Thank you for what you're doing, sir. Thomas, I really appreciate you and God bless you. I might be about to massacre his name. Tom Elisa sent in a Cash App. Said you are a breath of fresh air. Really appreciate that, sis, and God bless you for that. I have Jonathan who sent in a Cash App and said, "Bro, you are killing it. I'm so glad I found you last night." Jonathan, I really appreciate the Cash App. God bless you for that. Seriously, I really do appreciate it from you guys. We have, who is this? Steve. Steve said, "Ty, you are my hero. God bless you, Gunn. You definitely need to run for office." Hey, I appreciate that, man, and God bless you for sending that in. Much love from across the pond. I'm an Aussie. I've watched you for your reaction videos. Keep up the good work, my guy. Really appreciate you. This came from Dan. So those are the super chats there. And if you guys are going to be sending in super chats later on, and I go live again sometime, possibly tonight, or I might go live again tomorrow, I'll do my best to try to read those off as well. But I really do appreciate you guys, all your support. Everybody that's in here right now, I hope that you guys hit that like button so that this video can be circulated within the YouTube algorithm. Make sure that you double check that you are subscribed to the channel. See that? Don't forget to subscribe. Click the like button. And also, if you do subscribe, hit the bell notification. And when you hit the bell, when you click on the bell, it's going to have all or mostly or something like that. Make sure you click the one that says all. So when I do go live, you guys should be notified in theory when I do go live from YouTube, in theory. Like I said, in theory. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, you guys all know how I end all my shows. I'm Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, and I hope and pray that every last one of you guys that are listening to me, I hope and pray that you all have food, shelter, and clothing. But most of all, I hope and pray that every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.